morning, Mayhem! Today we have a painting commission review from Paint or Die Miniatures. They're a new full-time painting commission service. It is a one-man operation. So, full disclosure, I mean, he asked me to send him some stuff, have him paint him, and do a review. So, of course, I'm still reviewing this as if I had paid full price for it, so let's discuss that. With a lot of your one-man operations, you're going to get a different type of painting style. And he does this as well. He gives you the either you want to do a mass historical army, which is the basically airbrush it, wash it, and you're done, which is fine. I mean, especially working in 8mm, you're not going to do a lot of detail unless it's really just your thing. But for your other ones, you get his full ability. This is similar to almost all the one-man operations that I know of. They pretty much do their best job. So you're going to pay a little bit more per miniature in that instance. But then again, you're also getting the highest grade. There is no level 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 or anything like that. I mean, I personally think 3 levels is about all you should ever need. So with that, we got these. I'm posting a link below here. It's a video that he made, Paint or Die made, for my grot tanks that I had painted. It's so much better than anything I can make that I'm not going to bother doing it. I'm just going to hand show these to you, but check out that video. Awesome detail, awesome way to display the miniature's quality. So that's going to be the best. What I gave him for reference was there's a tank at the World War II Museum in Kiev, and it's just painted like the Ukrainian flag. And when I was there, I thought it was ridiculous and awesome at the same time, because Ukrainian flag colors are yellow and blue. So of course that's going to look a bit ridiculous on a tank. But it seems so absurd, it works with my concept, because I wanted to do, for my whole orc army, I want to have a variation of the individual nations as well as the Soviet theme, but like you've seen before, I've had Polish, I want to have Ukrainian, I'll probably throw in some Czech colors, maybe even Lithuanian, just to add some different concepts. I have a full concept for how the whole army is going to be colored. Of course, I haven't had any time, if you've noticed the lack of games that I've shown to do any of that. So I gave him that as a reference, you know. He said the same thing. He's like, I don't know if that can work. I'm like, no, just go with it. So what we have here, again, you can check out the video. We have some tanks. Check out these little guys. All of the tanks are interchangeable, of course. You know, you just pop off their turrets. Anybody can go in what? And I use that for the army building. You'll see the zap gun has some very nice OSL going on it. It works perfect, and you'll see the blue and red details are in here, absolutely. Now, one thing I really like is, so you got a tank, what do you do on the bottom? Most people tend to get lazy and not paint it, but he did them like this. I'm not sure how good the detail shows in here, but it's really well caked on mud splatter. I really like that. I think that's the perfect way to paint the bottom of a tank. One, I mean, even for yourself, without killing yourself, but also to give it that realistic effect. You can see in here too, the tops, everything's painted. There is no random missing gap. He went ahead and magnetized these so they stick on better, which is pretty cool. He does full assembly service. On these I had already assembled them because the favorite part of me for building models is assembly. I love to do the customizations and other stuff, so that to me is something I have to do myself and doesn't require the fine eyesight precision that painting does. So it makes it very easy. Yeah, I like the little buckets painted with the shrapnel in there. So, I mean, again, this is meant to go with this gun when I built it originally. So, this guy, yeah, the shrapnel. The little shrapnel gun there, you can see that. I'll show some other, let's show some other tanks here, just to be fair. This is the, like this guy. This is each variation. I've got 12 of these little grot tanks. Again, bottom's very dirty. I think they're really cool. In game, of course, they're not the most awesome thing in the world, but they're they're still awesome to look at. I like he did all that, the burnt what is it called, when the gun heats up, the heating effect. It's done on each gun. Again, you can see better in his video. Little Grot in there, doing his Grot stuff. They all look great. I mean, it's such an absurd concept. Now, here's something he did that I did not ask for. In particular, the red and yellow rockets. What I love about that is why would you make a rocket red and yellow? Well, probably because it makes it go faster and explode more, right? Which fits in perfectly with orcs. I love the top of this particular model, how it's got the grot kind of climbing out, getting ready to grab more rockets. Again, that dirt detail. I mean, that makes a huge difference. Huh. Actually, I think I sent him two of the same bodies. Different turrets, but same bodies. Anyway. Not that it matters with grots. I like this. And what I'm going to do then is have, I run them usually squads of 4. So I'll have another set done up in Polish scheme, and another set done up in whichever scheme I decide. I may do just plain old Soviet. I'm avoiding using the Russian color scheme, which is just the red, white, and blue, simply because that flag didn't exist during that period, and it doesn't fit with the fluff of what I've come up with the army, as absurd as it may be. So, what do I think of this? Again, the detail is really nice. The paint job, there's a lot of shading. I mean, you can see he broke up every, he went through the effort to pop all the insane details on here. I did say super dirty. I absolutely did. So there's no overdone. But you can see the dirt is done, and the damage, the wear on the tanks is done in such a way that it looks like this was at one time painted to be brilliant, but now it's destroyed and dirty. So, I mean, my overall review of Paint or Die is fantastic. Great communication, very friendly guy. He's just starting it full time. He's got a really nice studio. The link to his website, his blogspot page, is in the description as well. I mean, really nice guy. For his pricing, like I said, he's pretty much that's on par with most of the individual painters. For individual figures, it's around $11. Characters goes up to $15, depending on the character, of course. Again, it depends obviously on the size of the model. You get into your bigger stuff, your vehicles and stuff. It starts hitting the 50 up to 100 mark on the much larger vehicles. So pretty much it's a project by project basis. So give him a shout out and see what he's got. He's got some nice ideas with how he can interpret what you want. I've seen some other of his work on there too. Also looks very cool. So he's another good competitor in the individual market. So especially if you want to get a small squad done for, I mean, a lot of the games now, like Malifaux and those, they're much smaller based as far as the amount of armies. So it's becoming less price prohibitive to have your entire army painted. You got something like what I've got. I mean, for me, for 40K, I only like the big games. If I want to play small games, I play board games generally. I don't go with the painted miniatures. That's just my personal preference. But a lot of the games have gone way smaller. War Machine, again, you have to really work to make that a huge game. So, stuff like that, it's totally in your ability to get your entire army painted for a reasonable amount of money. Then you got a really pretty army. Now, for those of you who love painting, of course, paint. There are a lot of us who don't have time or ability or just get a hold and our eyes or hands start sucking. So this is Paint or Die stuff. Please check out that video below. I was really impressed with the video. I thought that was so cool. It's excellent work, and give him a shout out. We'll see you next time on Gaming Mayhem. Whenever I get time to actually play or film again. I've only played one game. No, 2 games. We managed to play 2 games. I made a video of 1 in the past 7 months. So hopefully I'll get around to it again, and we'll see you here next time.